Ohio lawmakers are working to put a stop to a popular but deadly drug. It's not approved for human use, but experts say it is behind a growing number of overdoses. 19's Noel Williams breaking down efforts for change with his 19 Health Alert.
Ohio lawmakers have a new popular but deadly problem: Xylazine. The drug intended for animals, according to the Ohio Department of Health, has been linked to hundreds of overdose deaths in recent years, particularly those involving fentanyl.
People are actually more likely to die, but because of that, the combination of xylazine and fentanyl.
Senator Sherrod Brown says the solution is to take away access to the drug with the help of the Combating Illicit Xylazine Act by making xylazine, also known as trink, not only an illicit substance in the states, but all the way to the federal level.
I want to make sure you keep this stuff out of the country.
Why and how is the deadly mixture of xylazine and fentanyl so popular? Brown says it's cheaper to produce. In this report by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, it states it can increase the profits for traffickers and attract additional customers, despite sale of the drug being a criminal defense.
I want to make sure that xylazine is, not so available to people that might be drug pushers.
A deadly issue that will take the effort of state and federal leaders to change. In Cleveland, Noel Williams, 19 News.